It was a wonderful session and we are obliged and selectable. Urmilbhai will write on a piece of paper, make it very precise and easy to understand.
First come first. And Seva, the one-line answer to this one-line question is that from very close I saw the life and teachings of Pramukh Sai Maharaj. Three things that I saw in Pramukh Sai Maharaj. First, the purity of his personal character. Second, his selfless zeal to serve the society. And third, his profound devotion towards God. For these three, when I was studying in my fourth semester, at the second year of my engineering, I could very well notice in his life, very well, that impressed me a lot. And it was his wish. On one fine day, he caught hold of my hand and said, "It's will you be wanting to become a sadhu?" Actually, at that time, my dream was to go for UPSC, and at that Pramukh Sai Maharaj said, I said I want to go for my UPSC. He said, "સારું છે, એમાં કંઈ ખોટું નથી. IAS થઈએ તો સારી સેવા થાય, પણ આપણે સંત થઈએ ને તો વધારે સારી સેવા થાય." And his words, and that was the year 1990, and it pierced my heart, and that I took Diksha at his hands, and today I feel myself to be very much graced and very lucky, very fortunate to have been accepted by Pramukh Sai Maharaj in his fold. So that is how I decided to join, and it's 30 years now, so it's good life. Enjoy it, fine. Doing my job for society selflessly. Not charging a single penny since 24 years of talking. So just to tell you, today I have come FOC, I am not charging. How to teach lessons of ethics to young generation? These two things, pride and law of karma. Teach them pride. That see you belong to a family. The question is, how do you teach lessons of ethics to young generation? Tell them, teach them pride. That you belong to a cultured family. You belong to an educated family. You belong to a good civil society. You cannot do anything wrong. That pride will be the greatest source of inspiration for him to be ethically strong. And second also, he should be taught the danger line. See that the law of karma will apply, okay? And tell him a couple of incidents that I told. From cricket ball to Yes Bank. Third and the last question. The question is why you discriminate with female. There is no sense of discrimination, but it is a holy line of respect. It is a holy line of discipline. The word is holy line of respect and holy line of discipline. It is not discriminating. For example, when a girl marries a boy, is her leaving her last name, leaving her father's name, and attaching her husband's name, and attaching her husband's last name, a discrimination for women?
Yes.
No. When a girl marries a boy, she accepts the last name of the boy and leaves aside the last name of her father, which she carried for 25 years, 28 years, 30 years. Isn't it?
Yes.
Then can I tell you all that you discriminated against your wife?
No.
Why? Why? You would say it is called a culture, a custom. I want the words. Custom, system, tradition, ritual,
Yes.
belief. These are my answers when you ask this question. So it is not a discrimination when you ask, or it's a natural happening, that your wife accepts your last name and leave aside her father's last name, which she carried for last 25, 28, 30 years. It's a custom, it's a tradition. There you don't use the word discrimination. You accept it as a culture. This is also a culture of saints, a culture of saffron, that it's a holy line of discipline. And we don't have any grudge or ill feeling. 60% of the followers of BAPS are women. And secondly, when we want to become saints in the organization, a permission form has to be signed by both the parents, father and mother. Their signature are well respected. If the father signs the permission form but the mother doesn't sign it, we are not initiated as sadhus in the organization.
Oh.
And no runaway can come here. Minimum age is 21. 21 complete, only then he can join the organization. But we respect. So it's not like discrimination, but it is respect and discipline. And in the many other ways also. That it is always a going together that helps an organization, a going together that helps the activities. So in BAPS, all the activities that man do, equally same amount of activity even the women does. If you go at our headquarters at Shahibag in Ahmedabad, there are equally two big administrative buildings. One is a full administrative building for all the activities of gents all over the world, because it is our international and global headquarters. And the other huge administrative building is for the females, for the ladies' activities all over the world. So, it is not any sense of discrimination, it is a holy line of discipline which protects the character of both. Because when these cloths, they transgress this certain line of discipline, the biggest scandals happen.
Yes.
Because firstly the world came to know when Ravan picked up Sita in this cloth.
Yes.
That was the first official reported case of kidnapping. Then at that time people came to know that these are perhaps the best clothes to cheat the society. And so many a times people use it to cheat the society. But everything has a dignity. The saffron has also a dignity, and we live according to the holy lines of discipline. So in one line, it is not discrimination, it is discipline on either side. I give you a very simple last example to explain my point more. Now listen this carefully, all of you, especially the person who has asked this question. 5 women are standing in front of you. One is your mother, second is your wife, third is your sister, fourth is your daughter, and fifth is your neighbor. 5 women are standing in front of you. Mother, sister, wife, daughter, and neighbor. Now my question, can you behave physically, mentally, emotionally in the same way with all 5?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Why? Why? You can put your hand around your wife's shoulder. Can you put your hand around your neighbor's shoulder even after having 30 years of neighborhood?
No.
30 years of knowing each other?
No.
Can you?
No.
Why would you not? You know, since 30 years you are good neighbors. You had hundreds of dinners together at each other's house. Still can you?
No.
Never.
Then would I say that you are discriminating against your neighbor? It is culture, isn't it? It is a good living in a civil society. It is living with disciplines and credits and ethics. Even if you go to your best friend's house, friendship since 40 years, since early childhood, and you step because you wanted to have a surprise one-day visit, a surprise visit on a day, and you step, you knock the door, and his wife opens, and you say, oh, and she will be surprised, you will be surprised, fine, because you know each other since 40 years, and she knows you since 20 years after her marriage, as my husband's best friend, whatever. And you ask that, is he home? And she says, no, he has gone outside, but maybe he'll return after 1 hour. But you can please have your seat, you can come inside. What probably you would say?
No, I'll come back later.
बाद में आता हूँ, I want more answers. बाद में आता हूँ, फिर?
I'll come back later.
वो आए तो जरा फोन करवा देना।
थोड़ा काम सल्टा के आता हूँ।
थोड़ा काम, हाँ?
थोड़ा काम सल्टा के आता हूँ।
हाँ, थोड़ा काम सल्टा के आता हूँ। थोड़ा काम है, मैं जाके आता हूँ, तो ऐसे ही यहाँ से गुजरा तो सोचा कि वो तो अगर मिलता जाओ, लेकिन अगर मैं काम पूरा करूँ, फिर?
Avoid going inside by one or the other reason.
Avoid going inside for one of the reasons. Is this situation described and the decision you took according to this is 100% right?
Yes.
Give me a bigger one.
Yes.
Then you discriminated against her. or you walk the line of discipline, or you walk the line of culture, or you walk the line of tradition, or you walk the line of good civil society living. So even if you follow to this extent, we as preachers have to be one step ahead, isn't it?
Yes.
When you have all the freedom in the society as a grahast, you still follow certain disciplines. We as preachers and teachers of the society, we have to be one step ahead. A coach has to behave better than the player.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
So privileged to have your wonderful pravachan and blessings.
Bye.
The second awardee is Prakash Purohit. And the third one goes to Saurabh Khandelwal, the Vasuli Bai. So pick up any one card as a lucky draw, sir. Right.
All are visiting cards.
Yeah, all are visiting cards.
Masquita.
Mastika. S.K. Sharma, sir.
Hello. You know why God made me pick up this? A new natural tool against dengue, Zika and malaria. So it's dealing with human health probably, and so God made me pick. These are the times when we care for human health more. Oh.
Today is donated the blood.
Yeah.
92nd time in life.
92nd time in his life. But it is the 92nd time you donated blood in your life. Very good.
And
एटलीस्ट આપણે એટલી પ્રાર્થના કરીએ કે એમનું બ્લડ જેને જાય ને મેલેરિયા ડેન્ગ્યુ તો ના થાય.
sir, one more card, please. One is fine. Okay. Then the last and the most important award of Men to Miles is the chapter who has traveled with the maximum strength goes to Jamnagar. Please, entire Jamnagar team, please come forward.
दादा अपना मदद स्वामी बैठा है.
नातीतो अक्षरम ब्रह्म भगवान पुरुषोत्तमः जनो जानन्निदं सत्यं मुच्यते भवबन्धना.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your blessings and coming also on our invitation. Our MDS thanks him from the bottom of our heart. and sorry for the inconvenience.
Very sorry.
I request everyone to
Please take your